Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery. Today we are going to mass make a few, more than a few. We're going to mass make a lot of lace ribbon fabric clusters. Now I have all these little pieces and some of them are they're not tiny, but they're not exactly big. Some need to be cut maybe a little bit, but anyway, got lots of that, got lots of fibers. This container here is full of short pieces of lace, ribbon, trims, etc. Most are under a foot long, but they're starting to get out of control. So I'm going to get busy and make some of these. All that we need is the bits and pieces and a stapler. I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. I love this stapler. I love the way it feels. It's small enough that my little hands can get around the handle. And the staples are a lot smaller than your normal stapler. You can get the tiny staples, so any of them are fine. But we are just going to do the fabric part today. And I'm sort of organized. So let's just show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take pieces, and they don't really need to go together per se. And I'm going to put probably 4 to 5 pieces just on top of each other, and a staple in the middle, and that will hold it together while I make more things. Now we've got all kinds of colors and whatnot, just tons and tons. Now whether I do 4, 5, 6 pieces, it really doesn't matter. And just a staple in the middle. Then when we go to use it, we can decorate them, or at a later date I can put a little focal point on there. Now some of them, if I happen to have longer pieces, I will put the longer pieces together to kind of give it a bit of a color theme. So we could put like these together, and then we got a nice pink one. And I like them longer, I like them shorter. It all depends on the pieces of lace and ribbons and trims. I like to be able to see every layer that I'm doing. So I will kind of turn them sideways. Oh, there's a nice big blue piece. So like that, there's a blue one. Not, I was going to say not trying to make them pretty, but that's not quite the right choice of words. I'm trying not to be fussy on what I put together. Now here's one that I stapled together before. And just some, and this one's kind of more squarish, but I'm just gonna pile the stuff up there. And sometimes I try to match colors, sometimes I don't. I'll use fibers and anything else. I'll try and find something that kind of goes with this a bit. Put that yellow piece right in the middle. Sometimes it's a little trickier to get the staple up and over there. But as long as I catch everything that's going to hold it in place, I'm okay. And I am just going to go through this, and I am just going to keep putting one thing on top of the other, and like I say, 4 or 5 pieces. I'm going to put this down below. Then on top, and this weird curly piece in the front. And as long as I catch that curly piece, we are good to go. And if I want, when I glue this into a book, I can glue this down a little bit if I want. But just going to keep going and going and going and going and going, and I've got a lot. Most of the stuff in here I will need to cut up, but I'm trying to use up all of this stuff first. Let's get a piece of this trim in here. That I need to cut a little bit. Now I made about 200 of these. Not exactly sure when. And I am down to like 4 of them. And most of them I put like either a flower or a button, something like that, kind of in the middle. Then all that I got to do is pull it out of the container and I'm done. It's that quick and that easy. Here we got a little bit of this lace. Let's cut this off here. Nice Eastery color, this eyelash trim. And you could definitely add as many layers to this as you want. Like I say, I usually do 4 or 5. The black piece, let's put this brown one on there. And we got a little piece of sari silk there. But I think we need a little bit of color. Let's just put this little heart right on the top like that. And then staple it down. Now, how long have I been going? The video's 7 minutes long at this point, and I've done this many. So I can sit here for the afternoon and I could make 200 of these easy and use up all kinds of scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do a whole bunch of them, and then I'm going to come back and maybe we'll decorate a few just to show you what I do with them and how I use them. Simple, such an easy project, and a great way to use up all those scraps. Now you could easily do this with paper scraps as well. Oh, got a nice green leaf. Got to do that one. Got to do that one. Let's throw on some green here. And what other color do we want? Let's put some of this on. Just want to see what that green leaf is. Then I got a few little things with that. Let's put this piece of orange on there. Put that green leaf trim on there. And staple that. There we go. That looks very cool. And now with a little flower on the top. Oh yeah, that'll look great. So let me work on this afternoon, and we'll do a follow-up on this, and I'll show you the pile of goodies. And I'm going to kind of time myself and give myself like maybe an hour of doing this just to see how many I get. So for you it'll only be a second. For me it'll be an hour or so, or maybe even tomorrow by the time I get the next part of the video done. But you'll see what I've done. See you soon. Okay, so I stapled these together for about an hour. And I got this many here. Quite a few in there. Plus all these that are kind of a bit smaller, more squarish type. And As you can see, my lace pile, trims, etc. did not go down very much. But I went and I dug out a whole bunch of goodies that I could put on the top of these. Now I've got some cut out butterflies here that I have a little die for. Really, really cute. Love cutting these out of old greeting cards because that cardboard's always nice and strong. I've got some hummingbirds and other birds cut out from books and whatnot. Got some little crocheted bits that I made, my button flowers, and some little tiny miniature doily type things that I crocheted. Got some of those. We've got some butterflies here. This is from a die cut as well, and then I glued them together, and I put a little bit of scribbles, I think it's called, down the center. I've got some little pre-made bows, and there is these little square things. Now these were like it was an outfit or something, and it had these cute little squares on it, so I dug some of those out as well. Got lots of these little flowers. These were from a punch. I think it's a Stampin' Up punch. Cuts out 3 different shapes of flowers, so I got a bunch of those. A bunch of my homemade buttons, a few appliques, some little wooden pieces, butterflies, a few hearts, etc. Some real buttons, and then these were just little, it was the edge of a pillowcase or something. Anyways, I cut it off, and they were these cute little crocheted flowers that I cut apart. So I've got lots and lots of stuff. Oh, and these here. These are like a sticker applique. And then I've got the bags of some of this stuff in case I need more, which I'm probably going to. Now this process I find really easy. I've got my glue gun over here, which I'm going to use. And really, all that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out one of these and think, okay, what am I going to put on it? I could put anything on this one. I do try to match up the colors a little bit. I'm thinking one of these flowers because it brings out that blue. So let's just move some of this stuff over a little bit. So I am just going to put a dab of glue in the middle. One thing I hate about the glue gun is that string that you get, and that is going to go on the top. Now my glue is squishing up in the middle, and that's okay because when that dries, that'll just be the center of the flower. Yeah, I hate that string that you get. So we got that one done, and that's going to be the little center of the flower. Now we've got this gold one. I'm not sure, this might be too much. Yeah, let's try just a flower like that. Ouch, just burnt my finger. And I'm putting on way too much glue, and we're just going to push that down. The only reason I'm using the glue gun is it's a lot faster when I'm making a video like this, and it glues them down really quick. So there is that one there. That quick, that easy. We've got like blues with some teals in there, so we could do that, or we could do a butterfly, like maybe something a bit darker. I like that. Now with these, I want to glue on top of the staple to cover up the staple. Whoops, I just lost my glue stick. Let's put that down, put it at a little bit of an angle. Try to clean up my glue strings as I go, but I will go through them all as well kind of when I go to put them into a container, I'll double check for any glue strings on there. So there's that. Let me just grab my glue stick. Okay, let's get that back in there. And I'm just going to go through all of these and put whatever I think looks kind of nice on the top. Sometimes, you know, I'll try a few different things. Other times I'll just plop something and like it. Sometimes different colors just don't quite go together. Especially when you're dealing with like colors like blues. Reds I find are really hard to match up because there's so many shades of it and they just don't look good. Now when I'm done this, I might just go ahead and actually sew the buttons on, and then I tie my knot in the front. Okay, why doesn't that? That was kind of weird. Guess I didn't put enough glue on. Dried before I had a chance to push it down or something. There we go. And just like to hold it just for that second till the glue starts to cool off. But you can see how quickly this goes by. And like I say, it will be, oh, what looks nice, what doesn't look nice. It's kind of a nice contrast with the wood and the pink. So let's put this guy on there. I'm trying not to put like a huge amount of glue on some of these. But yeah, and I'm just going to keep going. I got the little ones here that I could add like that right there. Hold on, gotta get rid of this big long glue thing. One day I want to buy one of those, like a glue gun. It's got like a precision tip or something on it. I've seen people use them and you kind of don't get as much glue out of them, which is kind of nice. I tend to overdo it. There's that. And we've got another blue one. And I'll just keep doing this until it's all done. Now with this one here, I could put like white. Actually, I like that flower on there. It helps tame down. Like by layering the colors, I find it tames down some colors. And I'm going to try not to put the glue in the hole because I don't want it to come up through the holes. The flower, this one here, I didn't mind it coming up. But as I say, this part goes by really, really fast. I do my best not to overthink what I'm putting on. Got this one here, I put some pink sparkly stuff and I'm thinking one of these roses will go perfect on there. Now these do have sticky backs, kind of, but I would never trust that. So I'm just going to drop the glue right in the middle and then put this on there. And try to get it pushed down. That looks cute on there, like that one. But yeah, and I'm just going to go through all these and I'm just going to keep going and pick something out. Let's put this, I don't know what that's going to look like. Let's put that one on there. And this one here, I just put glue on the button, because in that way the crocheting part kind of sticks up, gives it nice 3-dimension. But just keep going and going and going until I get them all done. Now you can use almost anything on these. I'm gonna put that bow on there. Now these bows are stickers and they've got that little thing, but barely sticks to it, so it comes off and glue goes on. And put that down right in the center. It's such a great way to use up all your scrap lace fabrics. You could even, like, say, make these out of paper. You could make them out of anything. And different colors, different color themes. It's a little bit too big. It covers up too much of that. But that one there will work. And so I am going to go ahead and I am just going to work at all these, and I'm going to get everything all done. Very easy mass make project, I think. And then in turn you can glue these onto a page, glue them onto a tag. You could even use them as a tab. They'll go any which way. Like even this one here, even though, yes, that's kind of the way, but if it's that way, it's going to be fine. So you can use them as tabs, like say on your tags, on your journal cards, just up in a corner of a page, all kinds of things. Now, let's put on, and these little hummingbirds add a great little touch on there. Let's just glue this on a little bit. Normally I would glue this on with my my art glitter glue, but because I want them to attach quickly, I wouldn't do that. The buttons and whatnot, I do like to use the hot glue gun to hold them on to these. Whoops. But that gives you a little idea of what you can use, and the possibilities on what to put on top is endless. You can use pretty much anything. The size that you do these in are endless too. The ones I made prior, they were longer. They were like maybe that much, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch longer. It all depends on the scraps that I have. But these will go great on all kinds of things. I'm just trying to see if I can find something. See, that might go good on there. So let's just trim the little netting part off a little more. And let's just see what this looks like. I haven't actually used any of these little squares yet, I don't think. Now I could put it at a bit of an angle. So I'm just going to drop some glue kind of across. Sorry, my hand's in the way. I gotta push my glue down. Kind of went across my staple. And now I can put this on any which way. So this is quite glittery, very 3-dimensional, because none of these they're only attached in the one spot. Now if I want it to lay down flat, I could put a little glue under there, under there, under there, under there, if I wanted to. And it will totally depend on what I use these for. But lots of glitter, but just that little bit of color in the back. As I say, this one here I used a piece of string on it. So I'll put something fairly small on that one. Actually, that heart button works just fine. I do have a video on how I made these buttons. I'll try and remember to put a link for that below. But you can use anything, anything. The back part of this lace was a piece of a butterfly that was a big lace thing that I used it for something, or I don't know, but anyways, it was just a piece. But I just put that on there. Got a piece of glue thread on there and it's driving me crazy. But yeah, let me know if you've tried these or if you're going to try them. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to finish all these up while I have all this stuff out. And then I'll show you them in a what's up video down the road here in a little bit. I've been doing the what's up videos a few times now and I really like it. It's just a way of me showing you what I've been working on, finished projects, because you guys would be totally bored if you watched me do all of these. And visit the Facebook group, visit the shops, visit the inspirational channels that I have listed below. Give them all a little bit of loving, and we will see you again soon in another video. Bye.